Hello, spiritual seekers. I wanted to do a part two, getting into the drones, UAP, plasmoid phenomenon, air sightings phenomenon that's occurring right now. I just feel that there's more to the story, so I'm going to use different decks. I know that Spirit wants this to remain positive. I know that Spirit is giving us a path to develop and connect with these things using our psychic abilities, or at least to understand them by encouraging us to develop our psychic abilities. However, I want to know more about that. Like, why is that such a concern? And are these things specifically man-made or extraterrestrial or interdimensional? And the other thing I wanted to cover is, are there more than one types of aircraft in the sky? Because some people are citing that they're seeing these drones that are as big as the size of cars with red and green lights, which is very similar to the light coding system that humans would use. But then why would they be hovering over military bases? Are they through our military or another country's military? And then other sightings of these so-called drones look more like shimmering stars, or what some people are calling plasmoids. So what are those then? Let's get into it. Spirit, source, I'm asking my higher self to please inform us. What are these aerial phenomenons in the sky? Are they extraterrestrial UAPs? Are they drones? Are they man-made? Are they a combination of both? Are they plasmoids? And if they are plasmoids, what does that mean for the environment right now and the atmosphere? What message do these things want to share with us? Mirror, self-reflection. The point of this phenomenon right now is for us to decide what we want and ask what we stand for. It is, in a sense, a form of psychic development that's being offered right now. Now, mirrors have been used in developing our psychic abilities through the form of scrying. This makes me wonder if we look into history of the occult, if there are ancient seers or that may have had any prophecies about this. Maybe the answer is looking into the past. What is this next phase that we're on? What is it that we need to see? What is this aerial phenomenon that's occurring right now? Is it man-made? Is it extraterrestrial? Is it interdimensional? Is it energetic? These two cards popped out. We have extraterrestrials and UFO. Whoa! That's a direct confirmation right there. Direct confirmation that there's an element of extraterrestrials in this. What I'm intuitively feeling, though, is, are they making direct contact with us or trying to make direct contact with us? Or is this through the government trying to create the illusion that this is happening? Let's clarify. Okay, I needed to rearrange the the layout here because I want you to see clearly everything that's come out. Asking, is this direct contact from extraterrestrials, or will that be unfolding, or is it a government ruse to make us afraid of some type of intergalactic war with extraterrestrials? I'm not seeing that here. There seems to be I'm going to get into the other deck after this to clarify, because I know this deck tends to be quite positive. It is by the Uri Geller, who's a psychic medium mentalist, very famous back in the 70s, and he created this deck to help raise our consciousness and understanding of that other realm. So we have here a confirmation that there is some element of extraterrestrials. Now, in Mr. Geller's book, he does talk about how there's 11 different extraterrestrials. So it seems like there's going to be a deeper understanding of us not being alone in the universe, and that they are our guides for this next phase that's coming. And what we're seeing, some of what we're seeing anyways, are UFOs in the sky, and to have faith that these are good things or a good form of awakening, because the vehicles and the technology that is being offered here in terms of expansion of mankind is going to be revolutionary. I mean, we are in the age of Aquarius. Now, Mr. Geller did speak about his time allegedly going to NASA and touching a piece of metal that wasn't from this planet, that allegedly was found at a UFO crash site, or we call them UAPs now, unidentified aerial phenomenon. So according to Mr. Geller's work, these things exist and the disclosure is soon to happen. And we are seeing now this message, and the reason why they're coming out is because of the cosmic lamp, the ultimate truth that they want to offer us. This lamp is used in Diwali, which is a Hindu holiday, to represent the light overcoming the darkness. And I believe the myth is following Navaratri, which was like there was a lot of darkness and it was purified by the light, and that's a lot of people fast and do that kind of thing prior to Diwali, and then they light these lamps to essentially illuminate and stand with the good. So humanity, in terms of holding a mirror to herself, is asking to reflect and decide, do we stand for the light or do we stand for the dark? And just something to do as well with Hinduism, two kind of connections with Hinduism may be giving us a lot of insight into what may be going on here. And the Om sound, which is a mantra that is used to represent the eternal vibration of peace and earth. The Om sound, a mantra that people use, that really is supposed to mimic the rumbling and grounding sound of the planet and brings peace to the mind and the heart. Ultimately, Om is peace and Om is eternal. Very interesting. I'm going to go into the other tarot deck now. Actually, I'll pull one more from this deck. One more, just to clarify if this is truly extraterrestrial or if there is some element up here of human. I'm asking, is the government involved? And the card that comes out is the Hierophant ill-dignified. So when we talk about the Hierophant card, we're talking about knowledge, traditional knowledge, teaching, law, the legal, that kind of thing. And using one's power to wield knowledge, or to wield one's knowledge as power. When it's ill-dignified, we're also looking at control. Right now, it feels like the government is just trying to get control But perhaps by opening ourselves up to these other guides, interdimensional extraterrestrial guides, then we will wield a different kind of knowledge, a knowledge that is in alignment with the highest good. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more. 8 of Swords. You can see that the person here is exhausted. They have looked at all the angles and complex plans, and they're just exasperated because they do not know what the truth is. So I don't feel like the government knows. I don't feel like they're getting involved. I don't know if I buy into these conspiracies that it's some type of psyop or, trick of humanity. I feel like they actually do not know. I mean, it could be a foreign adversary, right? Let me see. Is this a foreign adversary? An adversary of America, the Canada, Western nations? Is this a foreign adversary? 2 of Swords, making a choice. You see this person making a choice also in meditation. Perhaps there's a part of the government that knows, and they're making the choice right now to disclose or not. Is this about a test for full disclosure? Yeah, maybe it is a test for full disclosure. Knave of Chalices, being overly sensitive. They want to make sure that humanity, is not going to freak out too much, because they don't want chaos in this world. Interesting. Tell me more. When will this disclosure happen? How's it going to happen? Who's going to bring it out? Tell me more. There it is. Hanged Man. The government can't make a choice. They feel in the middle. There's something they don't want to tell us. I mean, I guess it's going to be hard to admit if you've been lying to the public for a very long time about extraterrestrials existing. Tell me more. The Devil. Pentacles. Mankind is feeling lost right now, and there's an influence of our lower vibrational selves blocking us from all this. There are people who don't want these things to come out, maybe because they want to keep control, power. Oh my gosh, so many came out. I need a little bit more to clarify the Devil. Why is the Devil here? 2 realities, 2 outcomes that can occur. There is the preparation for the feast, preparation for coming home, preparation for the wholeness, which is marked here by the 10 of Pentacles, the abundance, the joy, the everything, the family working together. But this 9 of Pentacles is ill-dignified, meaning not working the way that we want it to. Home and our plans not being a stable place. So there's 2 outcomes of stability and then instability. Almost like 2 worlds. Like reality is fractal right now, and you can go either which way. Tell me more. What about this Devil energy? How does this relate to extraterrestrials? Justice. This is about ushering the new era of collective conscious ascension, and all things that have occurred will come full circle and meet its judgment. And this kind of relates back to my yesterday's reading about the reason for this transitional period is that we're moving into the golden age. So these two realities that can be chosen by us as individuals based on what we want to focus on. There's going to be justice. There's going to be a sense of what some people did for their own control, for their own greed, for their own money, and a sense of, which is the dark, and a sense of justice to that, whether that's legal justice or karmic justice or just social judgment, consequences to actions. So either choose the path of light or choose the path of dark, because things have been kept from us, probably through the government, if extraterrestrials are indeed real. Okay, one last one. Tell me more. So I asked, when will disclosure fully happen? And I've gotten the wheel and 9 of chalices. I'm feeling like after all this, there will be a celebration, rejoicing in union. We are entering 2025, which is a year 9. The wheel, all the full seasons keep turning. Everything is in constant change. Within this year, there will be a lot that comes out. And it's all about completion and making an ending to things so that new things can begin, and rejoice within that new knowledge and achievements so that the new year will come. So it's happening pretty rapidly, but within this year, this may mean that within the year of 9, so from now, or so from January 1st, 2025, till the end of 2025, so December 31st, 2025, at least, give or take, because energy is energy, it's probability, it's never a fact, right? This is all probabilities, this is all energy interpretation, and energy can always change, so take it with a grain of salt. But if we put our intention towards it, maybe we can have this future where the light overcomes the dark and the truth comes out, and we can celebrate all together in our oneness and in our knowledge of our galactic family. How beautiful would that be? Tell me more about disclosure and what it means for humanity. Heart of Cups. The ocean. The ocean. These things did come from the ocean. There'll be a connection to the ocean. There'll be a connection to our emotions and a deeper knowledge and understanding of the collective conscious emotions of the world and water, and its role in our emotions, and understanding them and feeling them. I feel like the knowledge we'll receive from the extraterrestrials will affect our emotions such that more and more empaths will wake up. Interesting. Divine feminine rise, divine empath rise, and protection of our waterways. Perhaps they are from the ocean. Maybe they've been living in the ocean all along, and we're affecting them. Interesting. There is talk that because we've been doing a lot of dredging, because sand is used in a lot of excavations, then that is affecting the water systems as well as the tectonic plates. I also here have 4 of Cups. Yeah. Working together, coming together, being solid as one emotionally. Creating a new world across the astral. You can see this cup is being projected from a black hole, from another dimension. They're offering us the cup so that we become foundationally like emotionally stable and peace and loving in our foundation. These are guides for us to work more on the inner intuitive emotional stance. Interesting. Oh, yep. Guides here to free us from free our minds, free your mind, you know. We've been caged, our minds have been caged by the dogma and our belief systems. We are moving into the new age of understanding this world. How incredible. This is why we need to develop our psychic gifts, because we've been told they're evil. We've been separated from our divinity. But our divinity and nurturing our divinity is part of the human will to choose to be liberated. It is not against God. It is of God, from God, through God, as God. Every spark, we are all sparks of the greater divine. Not a single one of us and not a single thing is lesser than, because as above, so is below. And so is below, as above. Last card. More about these extraterrestrials. How will they communicate with us? How will this cycle of contact? What signs should we look at? Signs and messages, innocence. They're asking us to go back to our innocence. And innocence, or remember our innocence. Innocence not in the sense of you haven't done anything bad or that you're a virgin or anything like that. Innocence is a state of mind and a purity of heart in alignment with each other. When we didn't know everything, when we, like the story of Garden of Eden, it's almost like in that naivete we could just enjoy, right? That innocence that we value is valuing of just what is without judgment, the good virtues without judgment. The good virtues just naturally are in us. They just naturally unfold because unlike what traditional dogmatic religions teach us, we're not born with sin. We're born with innocence. And it is the sins of the world that block us from our innocence and grows us to judge ourselves and to judge others. When we judge others, it is just a projection of what we feel on the inside and how harsh we are on our own selves. And that's why we judge others. But if you release that and get back to your innocence, you will become unconditionally loving. Truly unconditionally loving. Okay? Last card. Divinity. Yes. They want us to remember our divinity. They want us to remember that we are creations of what is holy already. We are the spark. We are not needing to be fixed. We're needing to be healed. The thing is, you know, a lot of these belief systems that exist on this planet have served their purpose in terms of social organization, but at many points have stripped divinity from our own being, especially as people believe we are so sinful, so bad, and that we need something outside of us to purify ourselves. But when you focus and put your concentration on what is holy and what is divine and allow it to naturally move through you, it needs no explanation. It grows. What is low vibrational cannot attach to what is high vibrational. We're birthing a new frequency, a new way of being. a change of mind. Shifting from one state to the other. We will understand what these things are and what they're communicating to us as we allow the integration of these new energies to unfold, so that we may raise in our consciousness and our ascension. Beautiful. Last card. Ooh, sexuality. Interesting how we go from sexuality, birthing. The energy of sexuality, especially an innocent one, okay? There's no shame in all that we are. There's so much shame that's put on sexuality. There's so much shame that's put on this creative energy because we don't understand it, and because we use sexuality and shaming sexuality as a point of control. There's been so many people who've given up their power because of the shame they feel from their sexuality, or that they overpower others because they believe that there's one way, one form of sexual expression. There's also a hurting of people's root chakras, which is the home of sexuality. And that is where the Kundalini energy rises. That is where the divine power at the base of the chakra rises and goes up and helps cleanse through the etheric body of the person so that they may interdimensionally access the higher realms. So we need to go back to innocence. We need to go back in terms of evolving how we think and releasing judgment, and to be unconditionally loving, to connect with our divine being. Wow, this is such a beautiful message from the extraterrestrials. I hope that whatever I've shared with you today does not bring any fear, but brings joy and excitement, because I'm definitely excited for this new phase. And listen, this is of course all just for fun, but I still hope that you took something from it. Know that you are divine, you are worthy, and good things are meant to happen for you. All right, everyone, this is my last video for the year. Actually, I may do one more for you. I may do one more, and I will commit that to you going into the year, to pick a card so you know what to think about and manifest on New Year's. And then it will be my last for 2024 going into year number 9, 2025. All right, everybody, have a wonderful day.